Alright, the patch notes is out. After what I felt like an endless Chinese myth espers, this time we're gonna get an Egypt one. It's gonna be Lapis, 5-star win. It's a fighter who gains boost from AP up buffs granted by allies. Ability 1 deals damage to one enemy based on attack. Each speed increases damage by a certain percentage of attack. After casting this ability in active turn, increases the final damage of the next Judicial Fury, stackable. Ability 2 gains additional AP and absolute order when receiving an AP up buff from an ally. Alright, they finally put the description of the buff this time. So absolute order is undispellable, increases speed and attack, stackable with a limit. Ability 3 is deals damage to all enemies based on attack. Each speed increases damage by a certain percentage. After ascension, deals damage to all enemies based on attack. Each speed increases the damage and deals increased damage to bosses. Alright, so a speed scaler that stacks up damage with their S1 and also gains more damage when you receive AP up buffs. She's gonna pair really well with Feng Shun, because Feng Shun does have an AP up. R1, S3 final damage plus 10%. R2 is at the start of combat gains absolute order stacks, which is increasing speed and attack. And then R4 is if there is an ability on cooldown, speed increases. R6 is Chains of Justice, gains additional AP when receiving an AP up buff from an ally. Oh, okay. She probably gains like 100% AP or something. I think she's gonna be really good for Shadow Stream because she is win. But for Falsetto Fantasy, I'm not too sure because she does need to take the turn in order to do extra damage, right? So it needs to have like a really strong multiplier for her to do well in Falsetto Fantasy. Otherwise, she's probably just gonna be used for Shadow Stream and not for bosses as well, because I think these are all single hits, so she's not going to be good for Fafnir. Yeah, we're going to have to see the multipliers, but she's going to be for sure good for Shadow Stream. New features: level breakthrough. Legendary level mons may emerge from the rift during the crisis. They can help espers break through their level limits. Go find them. Unlock level 70 upon acquiring 25 level 60 espers. So you need to be in endgame in order to get level 70 espers. Added new floors for the Calamity Island. For the 3 normal typing, it's going to increase from 260 to 330. Part of experience added for her. Added captain abilities for the following espers: Daylin, Shangpu, Bryn, Juru. So all of the 3 stars or 4 stars that don't have captain ability, I think. Okay, so for the team show, there's going to be a new one, Abyssal Trials. Espers will use the exploration equipment provided by the unit to reach depths of the rift, where they will challenge the Miramon and projections of random miracles. In each stage, 2 Esper teams will be deployed to battle different enemies, which will be stronger than ever. Each team can select 1 blessing to gain buffs during the combat. I think this is a new content. Next one is Joint Forces. All stages have a limited deployment capacity, requiring strategic allocation of espers to clear stages. Upon clearing the stages, all espers deployed will be automatically stationed there and cannot be used in other joint. Okay, this one is like Celestial Anomaly that we have, where you challenge the stage to get the perks or the buffs, and then you'll no longer be able to use those espers that you use. It's pretty similar to that one. And we're also gonna get buffs for Point War, so the meta for Point War is gonna change a little bit. Okay, this one's gonna be loyalty test number 8. Haley, holy. Farah, Javid, Ginny, Abigail, Ggez, Zora, Gabrielle, and Lewis. So 100% if you don't have an R6 Haley, you should work towards her R6. Next one is going to be Abigail, and then the rest is just pretty much a skip. Actually no, you can go for Gabrielle, and then the rest is kind of whatever. No Divinate Box. Alright, limited time echo event is going to be for Abigail, Sienna for the first week, Elif, Osana, Hyde, and Mavis for the last week. This is gonna be a massive bait, but it is a very good bait because Elif is still the best DPS for PvE. I think the next update is gonna be meta changing espers, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't go for Elif. They are baiting you to summon for Elif to use your wish stones so that they can release a meta breaking esper in the next patch. But Elif is still a meta breaking esper, right? So if you don't have her R6, definitely 100% get her R6. X Invasion is also gonna be coming out, which means next patch is guaranteed to be a Celestial Anomaly. Championship is also going to be out for Yamato. What the heck? I already have Yamato at R6, so this is just going to be wish stones or more of the coins. And adjustments and optimizations fix the abnormal boss AP during combat in desolate lands. And yeah, that's about it. This is looking pretty good. The new Esper is looking good for Shadow Stream. But for False Auto Fantasy, I'm not too sure because she is like speed scaling and she doesn't do damage outside of her turns. She would need to have really high multiplier on her S1 for her to do really well for False Auto Fantasy, and I don't think she's gonna be good for Fafnir as well. It doesn't say that she multi-hits. And for the team show, it seems like we do have like 2 new content, even though this one is similar to the Celestial Anomaly challenge stages. But this Abyssal Trials seems like a new event, so that's nice. But yeah, if you don't have an R6 Elif, 100% summer for her, even though it's a bait. Next patch is probably going to be an insane meta-breaking Esper, which is probably going to be ran in the same team as Elif or something, or separate team from Elif. But Elif is still going to be a meta-breaking Esper. So yeah, that's about it. Ciao.